Hello, PJ here, and today we have another LeetCode challenge in PHP, and this is problem number 21st in 30-day LeetCode challenge. And today we have the k weakest rows in a matrix, and basically what we need to do, we have a matrix like this. This is just an example. You can have a different matrices, and then one represents a soldier and 0 represent civilians, and what we need to do is return the indices of the k weakest rows in a matrix ordered from weakest to strongest. So what we need to do is to calculate ones in each row and then order and return indices from weakest to strongest, and the weakest is in this example, for example this one, because it has only one soldier. Yeah, and if we have a situation where we have, for example, here 2 and here 2, this one will be first in order because its first has the index of it is less than this. This is index 0, this is index 3. Okay, so we need to take the matrix, calculate each row, and then order from weakest to strongest, and weakest has the least number of ones. Like in this example, k is 3, so we need to return 3 results. This is the ordered of all of the rows. As you can see, 2, this one goes first, and 0, then 3, then 1 and 4, but we only need to return 3, so we're returning not the full array, but just these 3. I hope that's clear. And yeah, let's try to do this. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna create like an array where we're gonna be storing sums of each row, and typically what we do with similar task, we just need to loop through the matrix. So a matrix is basically arrays within an array. There's nothing complicated. Okay, so we have now the loop, and what we need to do is sum each row. So we're using a function array sum, and we sum first array, the first row, it will be the first element in this array. Okay, and now this sum we're going to be storing in this array with the same index. And now what we need to do, once we have, so instead now of having these ones and zeros, we have a sum, so 2, 4, 1, etc. In this array. Okay, so what we need to do now is we need to order this array, but we need to keep the keys. We need to keep these indexes as they were originally were in this matrix. So what we're gonna do is gonna use a sort function in PHP of this array. Okay, so now it's gonna order this array by the sum from the lowest to highest. So this will be first 1, 2, 2, 4, 5, etc. And what we need to return is we need to return keys. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna just grab keys from it. So the keys are gonna become array like this. These were the keys in our array, but now they're gonna become actually values of this array keys. And the last thing what we need to do is to return, we just need to return the k results, and we don't know how many, it could be 10, but we just need to let's return. Okay, so we need to slice this array, and right, so gonna be offset's gonna be 0, so we start from the beginning, and we want k number of items. Okay, I think that is it, what we need. And let's see if this code works. Okay, so yeah, it seems to be working for this example. And what you can notice here is we actually don't need to do anything with these equal rows, because these are added automatically. So this will be added automatically first in the array, and this one second in this array. So we don't need to try to do anything with it. And the ordering doesn't change the order of these equal sum rows. Okay, I hope that makes sense. So let's now try to run this for both examples here. Okay, and this is accepted, so let's try to submit it now. Okay, so we have a wrong answer. So okay, so let's have a look what we have outputted and what is expected. So let's grab this input and let's put it into our test case. As you can see, sometimes the examples are easy and they're easy to pass, but the validation when you submit it is slightly more complicated and not that easy. Okay, so let's see what we have. Looks like from here. So the only problem we have with these two rows, from what I can see, everything else, and again with these two, so 1 and 9. So let's have a look. Can we make this bigger? No, I don't think so. So let's take a look at this. So 1 is this one. Okay, so I spent a little bit of time investigating this issue where the sorting wasn't right. Earlier I said that we don't need to worry about the fact that these two rows have the same value too, because they will be ordered. This will be first, this will be second, but actually this is not true, and actually depends on the version of PHP you're running. On PHP 8 it would be fine, but in here it looks like there is some kind of PHP 7 running, and it doesn't maintain that order. It's actually changed that here, so these have the same values, and they are kind of swapped in a way, so this becomes first and this becomes second for whatever reason. Yeah, so it's better to make sure actually we take care of this. So to take care of this in the code, I've used a custom PHP function. I've built a custom sort function to take care of this, and this function UA sort maintains the keys of the array. So what I've actually done, I've created another array which is kind of a combination of keys and values with the same key. Yeah, as you can see, the value is another array. I wanted to do it this way to be able to now in this sort function be able to use keys and values to sort this array basically. So maybe there's a better way of doing this, but this one seems to be working. So basically how this function works, it just compares two consecutive values of the array, and we need to return 0 if they are equal, and then 1 if A is greater than B, and -1 if A is less than B. So in our occasion, if the values are equal but the keys, now we need to look at the keys. If the key of A is greater than B, then it means the value overall it is greater. But if the key is less than key of B, then the value is less. And then standard comparison of the value itself for the other values. So this custom function seems to be solving the issue. So if I run the code now, and then I'm taking array keys again from this newly created array and then slicing the same way. So let's run this. Okay, so that seems to be working, and you know, another lesson learned. Probably it's not a good idea to assume things. Like we said, we were assuming that PHP will keep the order of the same values as they are in the matrix, but it doesn't seem to be the case. So yeah, we took care of this by adding this function to sort our array here. It's great, so because we've learned another thing, which is great. But if you know a different way, maybe there's a simpler way of doing this, please let me know in the comments. Let's try to submit if it's going to be accepted this time. Okay, yeah, it is accepted. It's actually faster than PHP, 100% PHP example. I guess there are no other PHP examples. That is it. Thank you for watching, and see you again in the next video. The time actually becomes irrelevant because it took me quite a bit of time to come up with this solution and to find this function in PHP that would maintain the keys and would sort array in the way we wanted. So yeah. Okay, so that was interesting problem. Let me know what you think about it in the comments. Other than this, thank you very much for watching, and see you in the next challenge. Thank you.